What's up, guys? My name is Michael Ortiz Jr. I am a massage therapist. I've been a massage therapist since 2006, for those of you who don't know. When I first started out in this career, I immediately knew I wanted to go out on my own and start my own business. However, at that time, I had no business skills, right? So I started working at Massage Envy. And the whole time I was working there, I was working towards building my private clientele, right? So I'll go to people's homes, and try to build that business up the whole time. Because I told my friend when I first started at Massage Envy, I was like, if I'm here for more than 2 years, punch me in the face, right? So I was there for 5 years, and because I just didn't have any business skills or knowledge, right? What I It wasn't until I started reading business books, self-help, sales, mindset, personal development books, that I started having any real traction on my business. And I went from at year 4, I said, you know what? I'm going to go hard on this. I'm going to really start trying to build up my clientele. And so I started paying off all my debt year 4, right? So that I could afford to go out on my own, like just in case something bad happened. I'm like, I'm going to pay off all my debt. We got all our debt paid off in 7 months, right? But in that time, I went from, and I was reading the books. I went from doing 1 to 2 massages a month to about 7 to 8 a week in a matter of 5 months. And that's 100, maybe $200 in massages a month to $1,300 to $1,500 on the side. So that's outside of my full-time job at Massage Envy. And I was like, okay, right. And I started developing the confidence that I could actually do this. Because yes, I was successful at Massage Envy. I had over an 80% request rate, a high return rate, a high pre-book rate. And that's where I was focused on getting good at where I was at so that I can have confidence to go out on my own. But even when I went out on my own, I still didn't know what I was doing. Right. I had an okay clientele. I went from doing, 18 massages my first month to 60 by month 6 to 90 by month 12. That's how many hours a month I was doing. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to bring on some therapists because I'm a guy. I'm getting passed up for opportunities because I'm not a female therapist. So I brought on 2 female therapists, and that's when I realized, dude, I really don't know what I'm doing, right? Trying to get somebody else booked was crazy. It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, right? We started using Groupon to get them busy, and that opened my eyes to, because even then I'm like, we have an okay process for rebooking and stuff and getting clients in, but I'm not nearly as busy to keep these therapists busy. So we started using Groupon, and I was like, oh crap, these people aren't coming back. Maybe I'm not that good at rebooking, right? And so I started honing in on my processes because I'm a believer in taking full responsibility for why somebody isn't coming back in. I never blamed Groupon for the type of clients that were coming in, ever. It was me. It was our processes. What can I do to get better? And through those struggles, I started developing processes. I started learning more rebooking processes. I bought Scott's rebooking mastery that I'm an affiliate for, and I'll sell that to people as well because it absolutely changed my practice. I went from myself to 2 therapists all the way up to 6 therapists at one point. And through those processes, through those struggles, I came up with a lot of great processes to get people in and to get them back in, because I needed to do this for every new therapist we brought in, right? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. First, we're going to go over some of the pros and cons and the myths around promotions that everybody should know. We're going to go over some different promotions that are effective at getting clients in. And I'm going to give you a strategy to rebook clients that come in from any promotion that you do, right? It's one funnel that you're going to get today. And it's going to change. Especially if you're struggling to get people in and back in, this funnel is going to change everything for you. See, most of the advice out there is not to use promotions, right? Like you guys always hear, raise your hands. You guys always hear, don't discount, don't run promotions, like get your worth, all that stuff. How is that working for you? Pretty good? Probably not, right? You don't have to answer that on the microphone. What I'm going to show you is exactly, like I said, exactly how to turn any promotion into extreme profit for your business. Because as business owners, we need to be focused on profit. I don't care about full price. I care about profit. Am I profitable? Am I making money? Am I covering my expenses, right? So what you're about to learn is not a theory. This is a proven method that I use in my business every day. And I've taught it to all my therapists, and I've taught it to other people, even estheticians and hairstylists. They all use this strategy to get clients in now and then get them back in, right? So what is a promotion? A promotion is the start of a funnel. Picture a funnel, right? You can write this on a paper. It's a upside down, open at the top triangle. Just cut the top off, boom. That inside that funnel are stages. It's a process. And we're going to take that process, and it's designed to get clients from not knowing who you are, and it's a process to getting them to come back and become regular clients. So promotion is also an offer that you give to entice people to take action now. An example is I have a $20, when somebody's on my website, I have a pop-up that comes up that gives them $20 off their first visit in exchange for their name, phone number, and email. So I get their information. I give them $20 for that information. What that does is puts them into my funnel, which I have a 5-email series that goes out to them after they enter their email into that automatically. And that email series introduces me to them. It adds value to them in one of the emails. I introduce them to my other therapist. And I talk about the reasons why I believe massage is crucial to doing life like a badass, as that is my slogan, right? And I just had somebody today, in between, I had 2 calls today, go through my website. They got one of the emails. They thanked me for the email. When I talk about adding value in an email, they thanked me for the information in the email. That's how you know you have a good email, right? You're getting responses and people are thanking you for it. And then we set up a call at 11 o'clock today to see if we can get her scheduled and to see if we're a good fit. I'm booked when she can come in because she's from out of town, but like she wouldn't even book. She's like, nope, I want to book with you. Like, and it's because of the marketing that I do, the emails that she received, that she only wants to book with me. I try to get her to the other therapist. She wouldn't do it. Okay. So do you need if you have a funnel and good promotions, do you need a rebooking process? Yes. Right. But with this funnel I'm going to give you today, it's so easy and effective that even if you don't have a solid rebooking process, you will be able to get people back in your door. So here's some myths around running funnels. Around running promotions and giving discounts. Does anybody give discounts in their business right now? Just raise your hand if you do. Okay. Do you hate it? A little bit. Is it because you feel like it's not effective, right? It's like you're just constantly giving discounts. Perfect, because we're going to give you a process today that is going to change everything. So the first myth is that people think that discounting or promotions lowers people's opinions of my business's worth, right? The truth is, people do not look at your business or running specials in your business as low quality. They're just looking to save money, right? You are the one that makes them think your business is low or high quality. The promotion doesn't. Secondly, if they do think that about your business, that's an advantage. Like, think about whenever somebody gives you a bad review about a movie and it lowers your expectations of that movie. I enjoy that movie so much more when they do that, because I'm not expecting anything crazy here. It's an advantage if somebody thinks your business isn't high quality, because I can easily exceed their expectations. So even if that was the truth and it's not, it doesn't bother me at all. because I just know these people are about to be easier to please. The second myth is that nobody rebooks. The truth is, you need to assess and revamp your rebooking process, right? Again, I thought I was good at rebooking until I started Group 1 and I realized, dude, we're not that good at this, right? So you must, in order to do that, you have to take full responsibility for why someone didn't come back. You cannot blame it on where they come from or what promotion that they did. It has to be on you, because that's the only thing that you can control. I can't control the clients that come into my business or their budget or what they think is valuable. I can only control my ability to convince them that I am valuable. Does that make sense? And it's the only way that you're going to actually take action on doing something to improve your process. Because if you're blaming everybody else and everything else, then nothing needs to change on your end, right? The third thing is, people think that discounting doesn't work and you should never discount. The truth is, discounting or promotions and specials, because I know you guys don't like the D word, so we call it promotions. That's what therapists do. It's an extremely effective way to get people in the door or to incentivize a certain behavior that you want your clients to do, right? So we want them to book now. Here's an offer to book now, not just marketing that, I have to message you 22 times is the average that you have to get in front of somebody for them to take action, right? It's an offer that will get them to do something right now. Because you don't need money in a month. You need money today, yes? Most people who are starting out their business, who are interested in any type of funnels, need money in their business today. I need stuff to work right now. I get so many calls from therapists who waited too long to get any type of coaching. And they're in emergency situations where they're on their last bit of money. And this is the funnel that I give them. We'll go over that in a minute. So another behavior you might incentivize is pre-booking, or like Massage Envy in the past, they've done, like, if you book at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., you'll get a better deal because those times are typically slow. So they're offering a special for those times to get them filled up, right? So those are the purposes of discounting and promoting. The problem is you don't have a proven process to get them to your regular price or to packages. You're just discounting and then they're leaving and they're not coming back. And that is a problem, because it's one of the most expensive ways for you to run your business. The second problem is your prices are not set where they need to be in the first place to make sure that you will never lose when you discount. I have a pricing workbook. It's free at michaelortizjr.com. You guys can download it if you already haven't. Okay? It's right at the top. There's a link. You can download it. I'm going to give you an example. Well, let me go back. The bottom line is, you must understand the long-term value of a client. We're so caught up with $20 or $30 on the first visit that we forget how much a return client is worth in the long run. I'm going to give you an example. Here's my numbers breakdown from last year, okay? Last year, I made $151,600. I had 349 different clients come in, okay? If I divide that number by every client that booked an appointment, it makes every client that came in worth $434. Okay, that's people. So if they only came in one time, they were still worth $434 to me on average. Okay, so yes, I am willing to give up $30 on the first visit, even $65 for the first visit, to gain $434. Right? Marketers will spend all of their money. Marketing people, business people, they will spend all of their money if they can get a 2x return on their on their ad spend. Meaning, if they spend $1 and that gets them back $2, they will do that over and over and over again. What I just told you, if I spend $65 to get a new client in, that I can get them back in for $434, that's a 5.5x return on my investment. Do you understand how crazy that is in marketing? It's a stupid return on investment, right? Business people understand this. And this is what we're getting our advice around business from massage therapists, not from business people. Let me go back real quick. What does it even mean to get your worth? I asked this question. Nobody can give me an answer. How do you determine your worth as a massage therapist? Nobody can give me an answer on this. Oh no, you get your full price, you're worth it. That's your worth. You know what determines your worth? The market. Are people coming in at that price or are they not? That's what determines your worth. But if you do my pricing workbook, you'll come up with a number that you actually need. And worth is not a factor in that process. Worth comes after. Okay, these are my needs, these are my business needs. Here's my other needs like retirement, vacations, emergency fund money. Add those into the plan. Now we're budgeting for that, which we never do. And then we come up with a price. And we're like, okay, now am I worth more or do I feel like I'm worth less than that? It's a confidence issue at that point. Anyways, grab that. Okay. Number 4 is people think that people will take advantage. If you're running discounts or specials, promotions, people will take advantage. The truth is, yes, some people will try to take advantage of this. But the thing is you control their boundaries in your business. So you can tell people, no, you cannot have this special again, right? The truth is you actually don't need that many regulars to have a full schedule, right? 50% of my revenue was made up of 35 clients. 50% of my revenue was made up of 35 clients, or 10% of the people that actually came in last year. But I'm grateful for every single client that comes in the door, no matter what price they pay. My number 1 client this year is on my cheapest prices. It's not even close. She's bought her second round of 24 hours of massage in the last 3 months. So she spent like $4,400 in 3 months with me. She's crushing everybody who's on my schedule right now. We'll see what happens at the end of the year. If she keeps up with that, she'll probably be my best client ever. I charge 130 for an hour. She's at 90 per hour. And I don't care that she's not paying me my full price. Because she's absolutely equaling the most revenue per client than anybody else. So the point is, some people will take advantage, most people won't, and you get to control whether they do or not. Number 5 is discounts ruin my business, and I need to get what I'm worth. We talked about this a little bit already. This is something that I always hear coaches say or massage therapists say, and I ask them 2 questions. Number 1, have you never discounted in the entire history of your business? And most all of them will say, no, I used to discount, and then I figured out this, and now I don't anymore. But we glaze over the fact that they went through a process of discounting before they got to the point where they didn't have to anymore. The second thing I ask them is, what are your prices right now? Because if that first question didn't catch them, what their prices are right now is usually discounts built into their prices, right? So like they might do 130 for an hour. The logical next step is 195 because that's half of 130, right, to 195. But their price will be 175 to entice people to do longer sessions at less of a rate. And then they'll tell you, oh, I get my full price for everything. I'm like, yeah, but discounts are built into your prices, right? Like, they're like, yeah. I'm like, no, it's not like technically that's what it is, you know? So it's a pricing strategy that includes discounts. They're calling it their full price, which it is technically, but it's a pricing strategy that, oh, I'm going to charge more for an hour and I'm going to get what I want for 90 minutes and bump up my price for an hour so the 90-minute looks more enticing. And I think it's a great strategy. I don't do it yet, but I've been thinking about it. It's honestly a great strategy. 195 for an hour and a half, I might bump my hour in from 130 to 150, because then 90 minutes is like, why wouldn't I do 90 minutes? It's only, $45 more. And many more people will do 90 minutes. It's a great strategy. So implement that if you haven't. What you guys need to understand is where the customer mindset is coming, right? A lot of people hate on discounts, but customers are trying to find a therapist a lot of times, but they're tired of paying full price for something they didn't actually like. All you have to do is think about how many times you've gone and got a massage somewhere that it blew you away and you're like, dude, I'm definitely coming back here, right? Just like you having a struggle finding a good therapist. Raise a hand if you've struggled doing this. Right. Your clients are as well. And they're tired of paying full price for stuff, for results that are not meeting their expectations. Additionally, if they are deal shoppers, this is a fire tip, you can take advantage of that. You can use that to your advantage, right? Because I've had people that have come in, they're like, dude, there's no way I'm paying your full price. I'm like, cool. I put them on a list. I have a contact list. There's an app I use called Reach. It's $6 a month. You can create lists and easily text message clients. So I have all these clients in a group. I create one text message and click send, and then each one pops up individually, and I just hit send, send, send. So it doesn't do a group chat. It's all individual texts, but I can do one text and send 100 text messages in like 1 minute. Saves me a ton of time following up with a large group of people to get like a spot book. But I'll put these people on a list, my deal shopper list, or and so when there's a spot on my schedule that I can't fill, or let's say like Sunday, I just had a bunch of cancellations. That morning, I hit this list and booked up my spots with people coming in at 90 or $100 an hour instead of 130. And then I booked another one for Saturday and she's an old client of mine who used to pay my full rate when I was at 80. But when I moved up to 130, she's like, no way. But she's one of my favorite people. I have no problem offering her a special to come in when I'm slow. And I've told her that. I'm like, if I can't book you in advance on this special. I'm not going to do that because I might be able to fill it with somebody at full price. But if I have openings I can't fill, I'll reach out to you and get you scheduled. And she's like, cool, great. So I use that to my advantage. I'll take 90. I'll take 135 over 0 any day. Unless I'm like, sometimes I need a break. I'm like, I'm just so busy right now. I'm just going to take the time off. And that's fine too when you get busy. And that's how you use deal shoppers to your advantage. You guys like that strategy? Is that good? Awesome. The funnel. Okay, let's get into it. This is, again, the strategy. It's super simple and easy. We're going to take clients from one visit. We're going to take clients from not knowing who we are to getting them booked to getting them back for 3 more. That's the process. Okay. So it doesn't matter where you post this promotion. You can post a promotion $20 or $30 off on Instagram, on your Facebook. You can text message your friends and family. If you're going to do that, this is what the text should say. Hey, I'm having a special this week, this 2 weeks, this month, whatever you want to do, for $30 off your first visit. Again, you decide the amount. If I'm desperate needing clients, I'm usually going to go with 30. For $30 off an hour or $30 off 90-minute, whatever you decide. Oh, by the way, I have a list of promotions that I'm going to send you guys. I've written out all kinds of promotions that you can play with. So I'm having this special. Do you know anyone who would want to take advantage of this? That's the question. Because we're not asking them to come in. So it's a very, very easy text message to send. Do you know anybody who has neck pain or lower back pain that would want to take advantage of this special? Right? And either they'll say no, or they'll say, yeah, my friend maybe, I'll send it to them. Or they'll be like, Me. I'd like to take advantage of that special, but we didn't ask them. So it's very low pressure, right? That's what I typically recommend for anybody who's starting out their business is message everybody you know and offer them that deal. Okay. So we got the promotion. We got, oh, this also, again, this works with Groupon. This works with Facebook ads. This works with you putting out your own organic content and offering a special if they take advantage of it this month. It doesn't matter where you post the promotion. It doesn't matter how you're getting clients in the door. You're doing a chair massage event, offer them a promotion. Hey, did you like what you got today? Perfect. If you book right now, I'll give you $30 off your visit if you can schedule it within the next 2 weeks. And a lot of people, that right there is how I book somebody at every single chair massage event that I have. First, I blew them away with the massage. Then I offered them a special to book now because I don't care about giving up 20 or 30 bucks. I need people in my business. So we get them in. They've scheduled. Now, we blow them away with our massage. That is key. If you guys haven't seen my Keys to a Great Massage training, it's not available right now, but I did it at the summit last time. We blow them away with our massage in our service, right? That's key because if we cannot sell a bad product. I'm sure you guys are all great, but you have to excel here, right? We have to deliver on our promise. Okay. After the session, the next step is you're going to make a recommendation on the frequency that they should come back. This is key. This is something that most therapists do not do. I've never, except for the chain spas, I've never been to a business that has asked me to rebook or made a recommendation for me to come back. Hey, I'd like to see you back in 2 weeks. Would that work for you? Right? In my Keys to a Great Massage training, I talk about one question that you ask that will give you a good idea of what your recommendation should be. And that question is, how long do your results normally last? And how long have your results lasted in the past from your past massages? And then they might say 3 days, 5 days, a week, 2 weeks, right? Whatever. Oh, every time I get a massage, I'm feeling good for a month, right? So if I know that information and I know that the results normally last 2 weeks, my recommendation might be similar. Okay. And I'm going to make the recommendation that I think is best. So if they are in chronic pain all day, every day, do I think I'm going to get them any results if I recommend that they come back in a month? Probably not. Right? I got to get comfortable. You got to get comfortable recommending weekly, bi-weekly, every other week, depending on the client's issues and what you found out in the initial interview. Okay? But the recommendation is key. I recommend you come back in 2 weeks. Would that work for you? Plus, you're gonna give them your irresistible rebooking offer. This is it right here. I call it the IRO. Let's say you charge $100 an hour. You got them in at 70 because you gave them a $30 deal. Hey, I'd like to see you back in 2 weeks, and I have an offer for you today that will make it really easy for you to stay consistent in progressing towards the pain relief that you're seeking out. You came in at 70 per hour. What I'd like to do is I'd like to offer you that special 3 more times if you purchase it today. That's it. So now they're either going to say yes or no to that deal. I do this every day in my business. $130 an hour. I get them in at 110, maybe 100, depending on where they're coming from. I say, blow them away with the massage, make a recommendation. How you feeling? Perfect. And then I offer them the 3-hour package. at that price if they purchase it today. My regular price for 3 hours, $360. I tell them this is what I tell them. So look, I'm like my regular price is $130. So for 3 hours, it's $390. My package price, my regular package price is $360. If you purchase that package today, I can do it for $330. Did you want to take advantage of that? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. So now I just took one client and got them already to my average for the year of last year per client. Took one client, I made them 4 clients. Now I'm filling up 4 more spaces in my schedule. After that, now they might stop there, right? They might stop there. They might never come back after that 4 hours. It doesn't matter, because they already have come more than one visit. You've already gotten more out of them than you get with most clients, correct? From there, some of those people will either come back at regular rate after, because we're not offering that package again. It's a one-time deal. It's now or never. It's today only, right? We got to build urgency around that. It's today only. You have till the end of the day to take advantage of that. After that, it's my regular rates or my regular prices. And then I'll tell them up front, after this package is over, you're more than welcome to buy my regular package at that price. The only package I have that is the same price as this is my 12-hour package. So I'm inching them up towards the 6-hour or the 12-hour package. And some of them will do that. And this sounds easy, doesn't it? It's super easy. It is super easy. I teach this to all of my therapists. When they do this process, their schedule gets full and starts to stay full. When they stop doing this with new clients, I start noticing, dude, you haven't been rebooking anybody. I don't need to do this, but I like guarantees. I can book people easily at my regular rates, and I do. I've offered this package. Some people, they're like, no, I can't afford the package. I'll just come back at your regular price. I'm like, cool. That's fine with me. I love getting my regular rate, love it. But I like the guarantee. That's what we want. We want recurring revenue, and we want a guarantee. That's the benefit of doing packages and memberships. And then the more they come in, the higher probability that they're going to come back. Some of the biggest mistakes that people make around this, that people make in general, is they let their clients leave without ever making a recommendation. The chances of your clients begging you to come back in are slim to none. If you let them go without making a recommendation, asking them to rebook, they're not going to be like, okay, let me go back. Unless you have the right process, because there is a way to get them to do that. But for most people, they're not going to be begging to come back in. A client told me on Sunday, so I made a recommendation. Before I made my recommendation, I asked her, how often would you like to do this? I don't typically ask this question because it doesn't really matter the answer. It's not going to affect my recommendation at all. I was like, how often are you thinking you want to do this? And she was like, maybe every other month, possibly once a month if I could. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm going to make a recommendation if that's okay. She's like, yeah, that's great. I was like, and based on your time, your availability, your budget, you can completely throw my recommendation out the window and do whatever you want. Right? This is what I say. She's like, cool. I was like, so based on what I found today in our conversation, I'd like to see you back in 2 weeks. I think that's a good starting point for figuring out how long these results will hold. And if we need to make adjustments later, we can come in sooner, or we can push it back a week or two. It's up to you. I said, is that doable for you? And she's like, yeah, that sounds great. And I was like, and I have an offer for you today, just to make that a little bit easier for you to do. Dude, I wasn't going to tell you guys this today, but I'm going to just tell you, okay? Because I just love it. I just tell them my goal with my clients is to get them to the point where they can go at least a month with no major aches and pains. And the way we do that is we're more frequent in the beginning and we slowly back off as the results hold, right? And so I told her, for you, I'd recommend 2 weeks. I don't think you're in enough chronic pain that I would recommend weekly or bi-weekly. I think the 2 week mark might be pretty good for you, and we can slowly back off to that month goal from there, right? I'm like, I want you coming in because you want to, not because you have to. That's my goal with my clients. She's like, that sounds great. I was like, I have a package for you. And I went through the process. My normal price is $130, so it'd be $390 for 3 hours. I have a package for 3 hours. It'll save you $30. It's $360. However, if you take advantage of that today, I can do it for $330. Did you want to take advantage of that? And she's like, well, let me go talk to my husband. I think I do. Right. So her husband's out front. He got a massage with my other therapist. She's like, so we're coming back, right? You know? And I'm like, I'm just letting them talk. And she's like, I want to do this package that he just offered me. He's like, oh, he offered you a package, huh? So she wanted to do it. She was sold. He said yes. So she paid me my $110 for that day, and then paid me an additional $330. Right. So $440 I made that day off one client. And then I looked over at her husband and I said, Heather has a package as well. Her price is different than mine. She's $100 per hour because she gets to pick her prices. We can do $85 per hour for you. It would make your price today $85 instead of $100, and then you would get that price 3 more times. Did you want to do that? He's like, all right, let's do it. So another $255 for her plus the $85, whatever that is. So that was just off 2 people. We made over $700, $800 off 2 people. So you got to make a recommendation, and you have to actually make the offer, right? A lot of people hear this information. They're like, this is good information. This will absolutely help your business and help you book people. And then they just don't do it. They never make the offer because they're afraid of sales. They're afraid to be salesy, right? But I don't think anything I've said today, did anything I say today feel salesy to you? No. Sorry, let me just find my place. After this package, the goal is to start inching them up towards your regular rates, okay? If you're not that busy, and the way you get your regular rates, there's a couple ways. One, you can get a job. The number one way is to not need the money. If I don't need the money, I can get my regular price for every single client because I don't care whether they come in or not. It's much harder to do when you need money now, because you got to be really good at marketing. You got to be really good at making videos, or you might have to pay an ads person. I pay $900 a month for my Facebook ads. That's not even a lot. That's not a lot of money for Facebook ads. So that's for the person to run it and ad spend, $900 total. So I gotta make $900 before I even break even on, at zero. So I gotta make much more than that to actually get a return on my investment. With this, you get a return on your investment right now, today. I have to work on 5 or 6 different clients before I get a return on my investment, unless they buy a package, then maybe 2, right? 2 or 3. The second thing, biggest mistake, is you don't set a limit on the offer. Okay, this is not an unlimited package. You must set a time limit for the package. With all of my packages, not just with this one, for the 3-hour package, you have 3 months to use it. I don't want you sitting on these hours for a year or 2 years because it never expires. You have 3 months to use it before it expires. Now, none of the money that people give me goes away. I'm pretty sure that's illegal in most places. So somebody gives you money for a package or a gift card, you can't just keep their money and not give them their service. What I mean when it expires is the promotional value goes away. This 110 per hour will no longer cover a $130 service. You're going to have to pay the difference after 3 months. You'll still get the 110 that you paid, but you will have to pay the difference in money. Now, I don't want people sitting on package. The third thing is, again, people don't make the offer at all. The benefit of getting them into the package, like I said, versus just rebooking them is the guarantee. If they are not locked into a package, there is always a chance that the last time you saw them is the last time. I just had somebody rebook at my regular rate. She texted me yesterday and said, hey, I need to cancel. I don't know if I'll ever see that client again. If she was on a package, I'd be 100% sure. Now I got to follow up with her and keep in contact with her, right? Now, this is why I love packages and membership, because I like guaranteed money. Number 4 thing that people do, biggest mistake that people do when it comes to packages or memberships, is they spend all the money before the client comes in. Do not make this mistake. If you're going to implement this strategy into your business, you need to create another gift card bank account, like a gift card account or package account, where anytime somebody gives you money for a gift card or a package, you put it in that account and you forget about it until somebody comes in. Then when they come in, you can transfer that money to your personal account, or you can pay yourself through payroll like I do. Because you do not want to spend all of that money. Oh, I just got $1,000. I can go buy that couch I've been wanting. You're going to feel like you are working for free if you do that, and you're going to hate it. Don't do that. Huge, huge mistake. And it's one of the reasons why people promote that they don't like packages. But they don't tell you that. So the additional freebie that I'm giving you guys is a whole list of promotional offers and discounts and value add offers and referral offers, referral fee ideas that you can make and you can start implementing in your business to get people in and to get them back in, and then to start referring their friends, right? Because we want to get people in, we want to get them back in, and then we want them talking about us. So there's all strategies that you need in your business. If you don't have it, this is just one strategy. And the benefit of doing this package is that no matter where they come from, whether they're full price, on a discount, they're paying half price, I don't care what they're paying. You can do this with anybody that comes in from any promotion. And once they're in your business, this strategy works. Thank you guys for coming to my presentation. I appreciate it. That is it for today.